right, there we go. Hey everyone, Richard Carlton here. Welcome to another great day of FileMaker training at fmtraining.tv. I'm the creator of fmtraining.tv, where you can learn all about the FileMaker platform and learn how to build better FileMaker applications for you, your customers, your organization. This broadcast is completely free to everyone and is being broadcast in high definition to Discord, YouTube, and to Twitch. This broadcast is being recorded, which is really great. Of course, we might clean up the recording a little bit, so if we make a malfunction during the live stream, then of course we reserve the right to clean that up on the recording later on. However, because it's a live broadcast, we encourage you to ask questions. In fact, some people get aggravated when there's this dialogue with you and we ask questions. We want questions. If you have a question, odds are other people have the question too. And so I want to thank everyone for logging in, Ken and TK and Dave One, Dave Learning, Ed, Elzo, Carol, Jake, Mike, all of you, welcome once again to another great broadcast. Now, as a reminder, if you want to check out the upcoming broadcast, go to fmtraining.tv, press the left tab for the live button. You can see the upcoming broadcast schedule. That's pretty awesome. Additionally, if you want to help support this channel, right? We always say this, this broadcast is brought to you by fmtraining.tv, bringing you the greatest and the most entertaining FileMaker training videos available. So the idea is that if you want to help support the channel, make sure you check out our on-demand video bundles. We have videos that cover the latest version of FileMaker. We have videos that cover the deploy course. In fact, we used to sell the courses individually. Anymore, it's just much simpler to sell a complete bundle for a low price. We do this on an annual basis. So if you buy one of the bundles, that really helps support the channel. It ensures that we can keep coming back every day, because this broadcast actually takes a lot of money to run. The people here don't work for free.
So we're here today to talk about it's the first day of the moving, the transplant. So I'm going to show the final stuff. But before we start, it's been like the last 10 days. People are asking me the same thing. Like 5 or 6 people ask me the same thing. The thing is, this guy here. Okay. So we are talking about this guy here. Okay. So each time. Again, this morning, a friend of mine contacted me and said, "Hey, Nick, how you do that?" And once again, this is something. If you're not a veteran, I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time that people doesn't know that. It's because only if you are using FileMaker before FileMaker 12, you know that. Okay. If you don't use FileMaker, if you use FileMaker after FileMaker 12, since FileMaker 12, you might not know that. Okay, so that's why I'm bringing it up. Okay, you can see here I have one button, right? And inside the button you have 2 different styles and 2 different colors. The text is 2 different styles, 2 different colors in the same button. So you say, oh, okay, how you do that, right? How you can do that? Because if you go there, you open the button. And you double click here, right? And you want to make a change here, whatever you want to change this, bam, it breaks the style. Okay, I repeat again, you change something here, up, the style is gone. Okay, when you change something in the text, in the title of the button. Okay, so before FileMaker 12, we didn't have this HUD. We call that a HUD. Okay. We didn't have this before FileMaker 12. This is new in FileMaker 12. Okay. Before, we didn't have anything. Before, when we were double clicking in the button, we were getting this immediately. Okay. So before before FileMaker 11 and before, when we were double clicking on the button, you were getting that dialogue straight away. Okay. So we didn't have those icons, tiles, or whatever. Okay. So before, to change the text of the of a button, we had only one way. We had to click on the T button, that's the text tool, and then you can edit the text like this. So for who didn't know that, this is how you do. You don't edit the text in that box here. You edit the text, you click on the T button, okay, and you edit the text here, and you can now do whatever you want. You can make this, bigger, 14. You can make it change the color. You can make it oblique. You can change the character. See, okay, so you can do whatever you want, and you're still in the button. Okay, so it's not like it's one object. It's not like a trick with multiple text box and stuff like that, right? So
can I help real quick with this? So just real quick, and you don't have to cut to me or anything, but what we find out in the FileMaker community, and everyone needs to understand this, and I used to be like, God, I got to know everything. I got to be like Kyle, I got to know everything. And then even you talk to Kyle, right? There's a conversation with Kyle, and you suddenly realize that people have all these like silos of knowledge, or like silos that are next to us, or like little vertical silos. And then you'll get to a spot where they don't know anything about something, right? Like ODBC or something like that. And you realize they're like below beginner knowledge. So the goal with these training is to welcome the fact that you have, like the other day, Chris Moyer comes on the show and shows me up. He knows more about the zombie thing. I didn't even know it was still a thing. And so I felt really stupid, but you have to just suck it up and realize that you're not this, I like to not be the smartest guy in the room. I always tell people, I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. If I'm the smartest person in the room, we are all screwed. And so I want to be learning stuff. And that's why I invite these other people over. Why do I bring other developers in? Yeah, it helps sell their products. Yes, I want them to be successful. Partly it's self-serving. I want to learn something, right? I want to learn, right? So be honest with it, because that helps Nick know where he's at. So there you go. So Nick, I knew that one, but other people didn't. So there you go.
Yeah. No, sorry, I didn't want to be misunderstood here. I'm not laughing people. I mean, I understand.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time. And that's why it's actually you said exactly where I want to go. That's why it's good to have plenty of different type of person, and that's why sometimes for example. I don't want to get involved in the add-on business. I don't. Why? Because why you want me to waste my time in the company? Why you want me to waste my time doing something like Kevin Mosiman is doing perfectly well, or Christian? You know what I mean? In the company, they do that. They love to do that. So do it. Okay. So and it's good to have to. When you go to the cardiologist, you want this cardiologist to be the best. But you don't want the cardiologist to be...
Okay, that's a cardiologist. That's the guy who works on your heart, not a cardologist who deals cars at...
a cardiologist, cardiologist.
Cardiologist, yes.
Okay, so you know what I mean, right? So, that's why this is part of design and layout stuff, right? So that is where I am the more comfortable in, scripting, layout, and schema. This is where you mentioned ODBC. I never used this. I never, ever. I never connected a FileMaker solution with a SQL database. Never happened to me.
And that's the thing, right? And so, but does it invalidate the fact that you're a UI expert? No. It just means that everyone has, like, if I had a really great ODBC person and we had people asking about that, we would do ODBC, right? But yeah, that's how that works. That's why when you folks give us requests, you send an email to support saying, I'd really like to see a live stream on blah, 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 blah. That's really helpful, because then we know, because if one person emails me about it, that means there's probably 10 more that have the problem. And when you folks say, God, I should really email Richard and say something, and then you don't, you're not helping the community. Help the community. Help yourself. Help the community. Tell us what you need. That'd be great.
Yeah, I want to answer. Yeah, UK lad asked, do you ever use execute SQL? Never. I use it when I have the obligation to do this. So, for example, Calvin and I, we worked yesterday on the calendar. We have a calendar, a very nice calendar in the FMSP. But I don't want to become a JavaScript expert, because I will never be an expert. But Calvin knows stuff, so we call, and so in the calendar we have to use SQL.
Well, people are asking Nick, like, picking the most unsavory things that Nick hates, right? Nick hates certain things, right? And yeah. So anyway, that was a joke.
I'm not going to disclose this.
No, you're not going to. Don't discuss that. But the point is that is that people are asking Nick, like, all right, like, what? Pick the things that Kyle loves that Nick hates. Let's ask him about that, right? So there you go. So anyway, so I just, but I'm sufficiently absurd. I'll delete my.
I'm not going to discuss.
I'm gonna delete my question now. I'm gonna delete it out of here. It's going by, going away. Now it's gone, never to be seen from me. Oop,
no, I have a screenshot. Sorry.
All right, keep going.
Okay. So no, it's I try to avoid. Okay. I don't want to get involved again in the execute sequence, but I try to avoid. I try as much as possible to go away. I use the French. But okay. I try to go away from what is not native from FileMaker. It's like plugins, or that doesn't mean we don't have to use it. For example, soon I'm going to use a plugin because there's no other way, like an email integration with FileMaker. I'm going to use a plugin because there's no other way. But otherwise, if I have a FileMaker, if I have a native FileMaker solution, instead of using something else, I'm using the native FileMaker solution. This is my philosophy. Okay, it's because I'm very, very in love with FileMaker. So. And that's why I hate when the owner of the product mistreated. So anyway,
it's being fixed. Keep going.
Yeah. So now we are going to finish this business of the transplanting. So we transplant all the occurrence. We started yesterday transplanting all the layouts, right? So we have a set of layouts. We have names of layout, and we started to implement the triggers on the layout. Then we discovered that we transplant, we create the names of the layout without taking care of what the layout looks like. Okay. Then I show you the technique of duplicate instead of creating a new one, because the creation of new is a long process. New layout, select, ding. It's a lot of things to do. Duplicates, bam, you're there. Okay. So that's why the duplicate is great. You create one and then you duplicate. So then we discover, we learn about those table layouts where they point directly to a document that is pointing directly to the table without any links, without any relationship. This is relationship free. Okay. So now we are going to learn about the value list. So with value list, we did that yesterday a little bit. We transplanted value list a little bit here, right? Because we discovered that when you copy and paste, you don't want the value list to be destroyed. Okay, so that we learn. So now we are going to transplant a layout inside the layout. So let me go. I don't want to do too much of this, but I want to just show you how it works. Okay, so let's say I have a kind of a complicated layout. Okay, like this one. Okay, and I want everything to work at once. I don't want to do any rework on this layout, right? So I've done everything I need to get the thing working. Okay, so everything there, the value list there, the relationship there, the script there. So you need to have the relationship working. You need to have the value list there, and you need to have the script there. Okay, so it's important because now I can just go there, select all, right? I mean, before we need to resize, but we don't even need to resize the layout. I'm going to show you why. So we have the layout here, okay? The layout there, right? And I want to copy this inside this one. The only thing you need to make sure that you have the same what's the name, theme installed in the layout. But remember the day number 2 and stuff like that. I explained to you that the duplicate technique has a double advantage. When you create layouts, you create your first layout, and you make it the way you want. The first one, you make it the way you want, and you attach the theme you want on the very first layout you create. Okay. Then each time you're going to duplicate, you are going to duplicate exactly the layout. That means you're going to add, it will have the theme you want, etc. So this is very important when you do this. That's why the duplicate technique is great, because you're sure that you have everything you want in the layouts. You don't have to take care of that. You took care once, and then you have it. So now I want to copy all of this, and I want to paste it there. Okay, so I'm going to paste it, and here's going. Okay, now everything too small in this layout, right? So everything too small. Everything, we need to accommodate the object. We need to accommodate the size. So you say yes, and FileMaker will resize like by magic your layout. Okay, I mean half your layout. Okay, but I mean the height will be resized to accommodate all your objects. So pretty much you don't need to take care of the height of the layout. The only thing you need to take care now is the width of the layout. Okay. So now it's a great opportunity to show you how this works, because sometimes it can get confusing for people. When you select this, you select an object part. You select the body. This is the height of the body. Okay. So, but you cannot set the width of the layout when you have a part selected. When you have a part selected, you can only resize the height of the part. Okay, so that's why some people ask me sometimes, yeah, I'm selecting the body here. I want to resize the body width, but I cannot because it's grayed out. Yes, it is. What you need to do, you need to unselect, the part. You need to unselect this, and now you can, and you need to select the bottom of the back of the of the layout, right? And to do this, because you have plenty of objects here, this one. So when you select this and you want to select the back of the layout, the background of the layout, the layout itself, you need to go in the explicit area. That's the best way to do, right? And you click on the gray here. Explicit area is the side of the layout where outside the view, the display of the layout. This line here on the left is displayed, on the right is not. So when you click here, and now see everything is 0, 0, 0, 0. You cannot resize the 8, but now you can resize the width. So I'm going here, and I'm going to resize the width, because see, the width is there. No, the width is not appropriate. So I'm clicking here, and I'm pasting here the 1419. Okay. So now I have the layout completely rebuilt. Everything works. Okay, absolutely everything. The port here, the scripts with the script parameter, nothing got broken. Everything works. What's the name? The scripts works, the button works, everything works on the layout. So when I go there, you see everything works. Okay, this doesn't work for other reasons, but on the side. But the layout itself, if you look all of this, everything works here. Okay, everything works. So you have absolutely no problem here. So of course there's no data inside, right? So you need to import data, but everything works when you copy and paste the layout like this. You have nothing to deal with, and nothing will get destroyed. So just because you did the thing right, okay, just because you have everything prepared, so you understood something. The very, very, very last thing you are doing is pasting the object inside the layout. The very last thing. So let me repeat a little bit, recap a little bit what we've done so far. Okay. We have imported first the custom function, because as I explained yesterday, this is the closest to the core of FileMaker. When you hear You open a crack to FileMaker. You are here. You are at the not the wedge, but the cube. What they call the hole? What they call? Richard, the box.
The box, yeah.
Oh, the box. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I would call that the cube. For the reference of the. I don't know if you guys watched the movie The Cube. It's a nice movie. It's a movie of anticipation and it's very nice. So I would have called FileMaker the cube. You know, when you go from one room to another. You never watched this movie, Miles?
Was it like late 90s or something? I feel like I remember it, but
It's a psychological movie. You know,
okay.
there's
like
five.
a thriller, yeah.
Yeah, 5 or 6 people and enclosed in what they call the cube, and you go room by room like this, and all the rooms has a trap somewhere that can kill you, right? And but that's a way to get out of this, it's very cool. I don't know why I love this movie. They did 3 of them. The first is very nice. The second is and the third is like, well, okay, bye bye.
Yeah.
But the first is very the cube.
The cube.
Yeah.
Welcome to Claire's.
Yeah, welcome to the club. Yeah, exactly. When you open a room and then kill yourself. So when you open a crack into FileMaker. Okay, so this is very important to know. And then you copy paste the tables. When you copy paste the table, of course, inside you get for free, you get the fields. When you get the fields, then you can start building the relationship. Why? Because you create all the occurrence by one by copy paste the name. The name needs to be the same. Then when you create the occurrence, you start rebuilding the link here because you have everything you need now. You have the occurrence and you have the fields. When you're done with this, what you need to do, you need to fix all what can be broken, like what can be broken here, like the relookup are broken when you do this, you know. So because the relookup needs the occurrence, but the occurrence happen after you created the field, after you copy paste the field. Okay, so that means that if I go to my original file, if I go to FM Launchpad, right, and I copy again those 2 fields, right, and I paste them. Right? Okay, they renamed 2 like this, but they're not broken. They are not. They were broken at the first place because the occurrence, when I copy paste the field, the occurrence wasn't there. And that's what I was saying about the chicken and the egg, right? You need the fields to create the occurrence, but you need the occurrence to create the field. You know what I mean? It's kind of for something like this, right? So when you copy the fields, when you're done with the occurrence, you can now fix this. Then what you do, you start creating you create the layouts, but you create only the names you create an empty layout with a name. Okay, that's it, and the table. Very important to point to the table. So now you understand why you need the occurrence to be done before you create the layout, right? But you must not go too far in the creation of the layout. You just need to create the layout and to name it. When you're done with this, you can now copy and paste your scripts. You're ready for that. So you copy and paste all your script at once. When you have the script, you can go back to the layout and attach all the triggers to the layouts. When you're done with this, now you can go to the list, and then you can implement the list because, as I demonstrated yesterday, you need to have the occurrence to be built in order to get the value list. Like this one, for example. See, this one is linked to 2 fields. And you need the occurrence to be built, okay? When you're done with this, when you have everything done like this, now you finally can copy and paste all the object of the layout and paste inside the layout. And I just demonstrate to you how you can use the technique. You don't need to take off the height of the layout. You just paste the thing, and the layout is going to be resized automatically. And then you can resize the thing. I didn't know that we could import script, by the way. Yeah, I didn't know. I never use it. I copy paste. I'm the old school. See, this is something old school people, right? Import script. Yeah, I think will be the same as copy paste. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and see which one is faster instead of import script. But I'm kind of curious. Can we hold on? Can we? Let me close this guy here. I just want to try something since we have some time. FM Launchpad. Where I can find it? I never can find this stuff. Okay. Can we select the script? Oh yeah, we can select the script. That's kind of cool. So if you want to import the folder script here, you can do it. So let's do it. Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, it's cool. So it's cool. But okay, yeah, you rename everything too. So that's the difference because it renames everything to everything renamed. So if I do the same thing without using the if I do the same thing without using the import, and I'm doing the same thing here, I'm going to import the trigger. I do the same thing. You do the two. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but by the way, I think it's the same thing. Copy paste, that will be the same thing. But I didn't know that we can import script. That's good. That's good to know. But copy paste, it's kind of cool. But maybe if you don't want to open the file, if the file is not opening, because copy paste you need to open the file. Import you can import from a file that is closed, which is, to me, it's an advantage sometimes. If you don't, yeah, okay, yeah, you create a log. Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's nice. So what you have to do after that, so the next step you need to do, of course, you need to take care of the custom menu, and that I love custom menu. The boss hates custom menu, but we cannot import custom menu. This is a big problem. We cannot import custom menu, and that's for sure we cannot. And so you need to recreate them one by one, which is it's a pain. So when you're done with this, also you have to take care of the security. It's very important to make sure that when you transplant everything, you need to make sure that you have the security transplanted as well. And for that, unfortunately, again, you need to open 2 times FileMaker, and then you can replicate the thing. We cannot import security kind of scheme, which is another bleep from Claris that we should they should address, that we can import a scheme, right? Like import a list of users and stuff like that we cannot do it, right? So and this is the problem. We cannot do this and copy or whatever, or import or whatever. We cannot, we cannot. So okay, so pretty much that's all what I have to say today for that. So we have a very early ending. So if we don't have any no question on the YouTube and stuff like that, Twitch.
No, they've been quiet since the initial welcomes.
Yeah, but I knew this one was a small day anyway because I went too far yesterday. Any more tricks? I don't know. What tricks I can show? The tricks, the tricks that I had in mind was just the one that, because people were asking me that for a long, very, very often. They were asking me this trick of the button here, right? So I have nothing in mind that comes to my mind here. So So that's it for today, I think. Can I ask you off topic? Yeah, okay, yeah. Off topic. Oh, off topic question are welcome. I'm sorry for that. You know, the day will be small. Okay. Before typing, press tab or click field, choose new record. Okay. So UK, can I? Yeah. Do you know to FM suppression of in your solution? Do you do FM message suppression in your solution? Such as, what do you mean? What do you mean? You want to remove the UK that said it's showing me a kind of I can show the here. So this is the question here. So comes out if not active field. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't have an active field here, you have this dialog coming here, right? That's what you want to avoid. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I think that's one way to do that. You need to have a script. Let's try. Let's not working on this file here, but let's work on this file. Okay. So what you need to have a trigger here. So we can add a trigger here. Trigger. Okay. And trigger, not trigger. Okay. Trigger. Okay. And here you have to say if is empty, gets active field. That means when you do this, that means you don't have a field. Okay, you're not in the field. Okay, just what you say alt. I'm pretty sure this will do. And you put that in your on keystroke. Oh, I have already one. So I can in that case I have to integrate this inside the one I already have. Okay. So if it's a trick day, I can show you how I work. Okay, that's a good thing. Let me show you how I work, because the script workspace is great, but sometimes it's kind of annoying to go there all the time. So how I'm working most of the time with scripts. Okay, I'm not going to the script workspace much. Okay, when I have a button here and I want to go to a script, I'm doing this. You know, I'm clicking here. Okay, this is a script. It's a single script step, but here, when you click here, you open the script. When you click here, you select the script that you want to attach to the button. Okay, here you open the script. So I'm doing this most of the time. You know, when I need to go to a script, I just go there and I click there. I don't. Only if I need to open it completely. In that case, I refer the name and I open it. But most of the time, if I need to do a change on the fly, I just click here and doing this. I'm doing the same for example, here I want to modify the one I already have here in keystroke. So I select it and then I go there and I edit it. So I repeat what I'm doing here. First of all, you click here, you know, so you click here. That makes the layout setup. That's the same thing. Okay, layout setup or click here is the same thing. Okay, so and then you go to the script triggers, and then you select this one. Okay, so you double click here, and then you edit this. So now I'm going to actually, yeah. You see, if it's not is empty, exits. Okay. So now, what I want to do, I want exactly the opposite. So I'm going to deactivate this and activate this. So now you see, I modify my trigger directly, and I didn't open the. So I'm pretty sure now you don't have it. See, but you still can use FileMaker. See, this is answering the question. Yeah, that will stop completely. I understand. I understand the confusion. I hate it too. But here, see, yeah, I'm not in the right. Yeah, see, I don't have it. Will it stop the tab button to work? Yes. Okay. Cool. Good question. So, we need to include that. Okay. We don't want we don't want three things here. We want the carriage return to work, and we want the enter and carriage return to work. And because I think sometimes the carriage return is, no, it's not. But definitely we want the tab to work. Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. In this one, tab. Okay, but carriage return, no, carriage return does nothing. So we need the tab, which means, so here how you do that. Okay, so go there, and because we have a script here. So another good way to access a script trigger, let's say, because the script trigger is very deep, hidden, very, very down, right? You need go layout mode, go there, go there, go there, go there. We talk about the cube. Okay, but what you want to do, I want on the fly to open this trigger. I go here, script debugger, and I trigger it. Now that it's triggered, I open this, I click the stencil here, and I kill it. So let me redo it. All script the same. All script the same. I want them, any script. Here, script debugger, I want to open the script there. So I want this one, but I want this one, for example. I want the on-panel switch. I open the on-panel switch and I kill this one. See? So even if you have script within the script, using the script debugger, you access script very quickly, right? So, for example, I want to access this trigger. I tap, so I open it. So I am on layout keystroke trigger. So now I'm editing the script, and then I close it. I don't want the script to continue. I kill it. Okay. So yeah, super cool tip, because now bam, you do script. I remember the beginning. I told FileMaker, I said, okay, we need to work on this. At the time, we need to work on getting script right away. Like, I want to open the script. Like I should have I'll click on the button and open the script to be editable, something like this, or edit script like something like this, you want to like this, you want like edit script, not button setup and open this. No, I want edit script. You know what I mean? So they didn't listen, so it's okay. So now I want to include the tab. So how you want to discover what the code of, because we use codes, the code of the triggers, the code of the keystroke. Okay, how you get the code of a keystroke? You use this trick that I have here, and I would, on each of my own keystroke kind of script, I have this on top. It's a universal. You can copy paste it from all your keystroke, all of them, for debug purposes. Only for debug purposes. So I activate this, I save my script, and I do it again, right? So I do it, bam. So I stroke 107. This is my keystroke. Okay. If I say Alt T, this is the key I struck with the modifier key 8. So I can get things like this, right? So now I want to know what the tab is. Just I strike tab, bam. Oh, yeah, tab is them. It's the tab is the C. Only. Oh no, I'm not. No, sorry. Okay, I'm not in the right layout. Bam. Okay. So tab is 9. Okay, carriage return is 13. Enter is 10. Spacebar is 32. Escape is 27. See? So with this, you can get automatically what you do. Big advantage, by the way, a parenthesis about this trick of opening a script within the trigger, within the debugger. It's editable, but you can keep it open and keep working with FileMaker. So that means at the end of the day, I have many of those windows open. But you know, you go, because if you go there, you have a big disadvantage. When you're there, you have a freaking big disadvantage. You cannot go outside this, right? You cannot. With this trick here, that you go there, and you go script debugger, and you open the script. When you edit the script from here and you kill it, this script now, it's fully open. It's like going to the script manager, the script workspace, right? And say you want to open this in a new window. You know? It's the same thing. So yeah, this is the big advantage that you have this. So now I want to exclude my the code, you know, the code 9. Okay, I want to exclude it. If it's empty and the code get triggered, it's different than 9, which is tab. Okay. So now that I excluded my 9, I can just go there. Oh, okay. Just deactivate this. Okay. So now tab works, but still you don't have the message. So you excluded the tab of the thing. You said no, and code is different than 9. Okay, it's different than 9. Is that answer? Control disable line doesn't work because Windows Control plus. Oh yeah. Oh, you mean the this one? Yeah. I know what you mean.
Under edit.
Yeah. So this guy here, right? It's here in edit, disable, right? The command slash, right? I don't know. Disable the line doesn't work on. I don't know what, you know. David Danger. I'm sorry. The last time I used Windows, it was Windows 2000 or something like that. That's the problem when using Nick's technique for me. Yeah, I know. You don't have a way to add a freeware or something like that you can edit your own. On Windows, use Alt plus E then B. That's cool. Alt B Z A 1 boom, and then you go. Typical Windows. Yeah, Alt E. Yeah, Alt E to edit the. But where you use Scott, you use the Alt. Yeah, the editing menu with keyboard, right? Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. And don't sneeze too much. Kenal said, click, tap Alt plus E. Let me show to the people. It's funny. Alt plus E, then B, and then don't forget to pick up your left foot, and don't flush the toilet too often. Okay. So what's the name? It's a problem. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool to edit things. So I hope is David, who is UK, did I answer your question here with that? Yes and no. Really helpful. Okay. Yeah, it's not that complicated. And anyway, you know, you can have when you have a script attached to a trigger. Okay. And the script is doing many things, like this one, for example, right? So this one is doing many things. Don't be afraid to explore this way of coding. You know, so let me explain. Each piece here are completely independent piece of code. Okay, don't try too much to say with the else if and the else if and the else if, because it's very hard when you have a script like this that is doing things that you don't want the thing to be interfering. When this you want each block to be independent blocks. You know what I mean? And you don't want to be interdependent. Like with the else if. Not else if. Okay. So this technique here, I've learned that. So again, this is a technique from a veteran from the time where we didn't have the else if, by the way. To explore that, you say whatever you need to do, and then you alt. So if this, do it and alt. If this, do it and alt. And then you can say, okay, you can manage this order. For example, you say, okay, this one is more likely to happen than this one, so I prefer to make it first, this one, because you can optimize your code. For example, this one is more likely to happen all the time, so I'm not going to put that at the end, because that means all the time that I'm going to hit a key, we'll try this one, try this one, try this one, demonstration. Okay. More likely in the life of your file, you're going to do this. More likely, okay, instead of arrow down, arrow up, right? So this is how you optimize your code. When you type here what the thing will do. It will try this one, it will try this one, and then it will try this one, right? So this is bad optimization, because obviously this one is the most to happen the most, right? So here what happened when you do optimization. You click here, and you say bam, and you say, okay, bam, bam. See, it's very simple, right? Back to the first trick. Can you show how to put the carriage return in the button? Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay. So let's create a new button here. Okay. Let's create a new button here. Big button. And I want an icon. Okay, and a big one. Okay. So here I don't have text in my stuff. So I can go there and edit the text here, right? I can do this. But here you cannot put a carriage return. Okay. So now you click the T tool. Okay, let me put a border on this one. Okay. Okay, then we can see that we have a button. Okay, I have a button here. Okay. So I have the T tool, and now I can edit this. Okay. So I can say, hello, carriage return, how are you? Okay. Right. So of course here inside here I can say I want that on the left or centered or right. Right. You can do this if you want. Okay. Now I have this. So now what I can do with the T, I can say, okay, I want this big, and I want this white, and I want this another character, and I want that smaller, for example. So see, so you can do this with and you can add a third line if you want. I'm good, I'm good. And you say this, and you can put this on the right. See, so this is the big advantage. So you have this. So now, because I have the T object selected, right? I can use all the tricks in the book, right? So I can do this. I can, the only thing that won't work is this. This will work for the war piece, but this will definitely work. It will work for the piece of text that you selected with the T. Now, other big advantage is this. You can also, so let's bring me the ruler here. You can also use the tabs. That's pretty cool. You can use the tab here. Okay, that's pretty cool. See, you can use this. So pretty much the text inside the button, it's a true text. Okay, so you have the quick editing box here, but if you edit this is how it looks like now. Okay, and if you do anything inside, bam, everything broken, right? So yeah, so you have two things. The T, you have everything, all the goodness of a true text editing. Okay, see the advantage? So you have multiple lines, and you can use this too. You can use the 8, and you can use the 8 only on one row, on one line, right? Not on this one. This one is 1.4. This one is 5. This one is 1.4. See, so it's kind of cool. I mean, I love it. I love this. But this is not news to me, because back, like I said, back in before FileMaker 12, this is what the only way to edit text on the. But so that now you understand why sometimes FileMaker gets people confused, because those are button bars, okay, button bars, and the T box doesn't work. Doesn't work. You have only this, but they gave us this. That means you can do the same kind of tricks, doing like this, like hello, like you can do like this, right? If you want. And how are you? So you can do this in the calculation, right? So now you have two lines, and of course, it's not the same easiness of, but you can say, fonts size, you can say a size, text size, right? And you can say this, and you can say 33 if you want, right? So you don't have the same kind of freedom that you have, but you can do things like this. Yeah, on the FM Launchpad, I'm doing this. Yeah. Oh, what the question? Calculation? Yeah, would have loved to ask, how do you do calculation on the fly without the script workspace? Agent Chevy, what the question here? Yeah, Agent Chevy, you have a question. Would have loved to ask, yeah, ask it. How do you do calculation on the fly without the script workspace? Calculation on the fly without the script. Oh,
Maybe like in a
calculation
data
on the
viewer?
fly. Yeah, or data viewer. Like you have in the Launchpad. I don't understand the question. Yeah, Agent, please. Yeah. It's typing. Okay. We see what he wants. That's the last question. See, you're afraid to have to be short, but with me we can stay all day if you want. Actually, I like those open mic kind of day like this. Evaluate script step on the fly, like I do on the Launchpad.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Quicker. Okay, quick. Okay. You have a field, calc field. Okay. Let's create that a global. No global. Okay, calc field. So you have a calc field here. Okay. Let's delete this. You have a calc field. Okay. So the calc field is here, and I want inside. I'm going to put a FileMaker calculation. Oh, I hate when it's doing this. Okay. So inside, I'm going to put a FileMaker calculation. Get, current date. Okay. So you have the calc there. Okay. Get current date. Okay. This is a FileMaker. Okay. And then you can just ask evaluate, right? And the calc field. So you use the evaluate thing and you say you ponder the calc field. So that means, look, this is my calc result, right? We agree with this. I put that on the bottom. Okay, so on the bottom, you on the right here you have the calc result. Okay, so we agree that this is the result, right? If I do timestamp, okay, it's timestamp, right? So now, if I do, I don't know, pi, for example, this is pi. If I do random, this is random. If I do get UUID, okay, this is a UUID. See, so you are here, and of course, you can even say you want this field. Build city, you can call a field, right? I use that a lot. I have to admit this. I use that a lot to bring the calculation on the surface, and why? And you know why? It's cool. So you know why it's cool, because look, here I want billing city in this record. In this record, I want get current date. Get current. So here I have Santa Clara. Here I have current date. Here I can have pi. Here I have random. See, so each record I have a calculation. So that means I have. Can you imagine that I have? Sometime I'm creating a table, right? And I have my own catalog of calculations. Okay, so that means I can link. I can say, okay, I want that ID. So I want that record. So I'm linking a record to another record, and I get a calculation from a record. So that means, it's it's incredible the expansion that you have when you do this, right? It's incredible. When you can have your own catalog of calculation that you call out when you need, based on, and it's data driven. It's data driven. If you want, one day I can do a show on this. How to do this advanced technique of development in calculation. So buzz. Okay, so we need that. We have the buzz. We have the buzz. So everybody want to buzz it. Okay, so I'm going to do that. It will, okay. It won't be bunny compliant. Okay, so I'm sorry. That will be like for maybe 2 people will understand what I'm going to talk about. No, but it's quite of advanced, but not that complicated. It's advanced in the concept, in the idea of linking a field. Linking a calculation to data. So now I can call a calc based on the data you have inside. So and you can call the name of a script. You can call it. You can even decide which type of script trigger you can have on this, and you can decide of the script itself which one you're going to trigger based on the record you have, on the data you have on each record. Look, it's wow, the expansion you have on this, and it's faster as hell because and it's okay. Downside, you don't get any of the goodness that we have on the calc here. Gets, like this. You don't get this. Okay, you don't get this. I get Okay. Here, what I've done, I've replicated a CAC dialog in FileMaker. Okay, so yes, so I'm going to show you that. I replicated the CAC dialog in FileMaker. So it's a FileMaker solution that looks like a CAC dialog and behave like it. Not as comfortable, but with the value list trick, you can set gets, and then you get the value list that gets you all the gets, right? I built something like I have all the function of FileMaker. I didn't update this for many years, so I have all the function in FileMaker 13 as records, right? So yeah, that can be cool. It make it FM related. Nick should use the gallery for make me think not having to create a custom function because the desired result are expecting to a certain table. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you can say, okay, for that field, I want that result because the guy is in Santa Clara. Or, for example, you know why I use this? I'll tell you why. I was working in Europe before, and before we had a lot of multiple language. And before, I've born in the world, okay, to somebody close to me recently, a young person, 20 years old, I told him, I said, I'm born in the world with black and white TV, okay? Black and white TV and dial phone, okay, with the dial, okay? And my father, when I was a kid, my father was sending me from his office. My pleasure when I was visiting my father was to take a paper from my father, to go to the telex room, and see those machines, because I was impressed by the nose of this, like this, the telex. And I was playing with the ribbon, kind of. So I'm born from one of those, I'm born in that world. Okay, so all those old technique and stuff like this. So. And in Europe, we had the francs, the lira. In Italy, we had what's the name? Multiple money and language and date format and stuff like that. So based on the guy, on one record, the guy was in England. Everything was in pound and sterlings and If the guy was in Italy, everything was in, all the results was in lira and stuff like that, right? So, but that was the same invoice. Just because the guy you are in Italy, bam. All the invoice totals and stuff like that were built in a calculation based on the country, right? That's why I came with that idea of linking the calculation to a record, and not to be hard-coded. So, okay, it's 2:20, guys. I need to go.
All right. Yeah, any other questions, just probably email them to support@rcconsulting.com, and we can answer them. Yeah, and then thanks, Nick, for all of that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Tomorrow we are back with Jacob. So Jacob Taylor will be here talking about installing FileMaker Server on a Mac. And thanks for joining us today. Perfect. Thanks, Nick.
Bye, guys.
the whole way. Calm, cool, collected, the quarterback. Great read, good patience. More importantly, great job up front protecting this quarterback to give you a chance. And that's all you can ask for.
Try to rally down 10. 9:25 to go here in the fourth. Short motion by Amendola from the left. Brady takes the shotgun snap. Stands in, throws it left for Amendola. Reaches up and snacks a high throw and lands inside the 10. Low to the 9. Ball slightly behind him. Again, he makes the ground.
Then he spikes the FileMaker server into the ground.